Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to talk to you today about a little bit about our organisation, what we do, and how we can support young people or support you yourself. So we are a small not-for-profit. We're getting bigger all the time, but we're a not-for-profit. We work across the UK, and we support young people into employment and to help them develop the skills to design the career they want for themselves. Our core aims are up there, but we work to give young people a voice, to give them young people a place at the table in all the important conversations. So we're fortunate we get to work with government departments like the Department for Work and Pensions and the Department for Education. And a big part of our job is getting young people at those conversations, helping to change policy. Now, I'm Head of Education and Youth Voice at Youth Employment UK. So I work predominantly with schools and colleges, education providers, to get resources into schools and to help young people develop their skills and be ready for the workplace. Some of the ways we support young people are listed up here, and we have a skills and careers hub on the website. So our website gets 2.5 million page views a year. Young people, and on the website there's an enormous range of resources, of articles, of content for you to understand your options for the next stage in life as you start your career. We've got all manner of employers who work with us. We have employers who pay for profiles on our website. So they have, in effect, they have microsites on the website, and our skills and careers hub cover the 17 biggest sectors in the UK. And we have real employers giving real descriptions of what the careers are like, what the sector's like, the wages you can expect to earn, the competitiveness of the jobs, all manner of real examples of employers, how you could get into that industry, and examples of things like traineeships, apprenticeships, recruitment opportunities, and much more. We also have the Young Professional Programme, and that is a series of online courses. These are completely free for young people to access, and schools and colleges and education providers can also access those as well, completely free of charge. And schools can add their whole groups, as many learners as they want on, and it means that they can get evidence of the progress learners are making. They can download certificates for young people. And the courses we have 4 courses. I'll come to them in more detail later, but we have 4 courses currently. 2 of them are based around apprenticeships, and then 2 of them are about being ready for the world of work. One's called Preparing for Your Future, and the next one's called Journey to Work. We cover 16 to 24-year-olds in our courses, but actually we've found that lots of other age groups have used them because of the nature of them. And Youth Voice, we have a youth ambassador program. I run that program, and I'm really proud of it. We have a group of young people who can represent young people across a number of workshops, events. We've taken young people to the House of Parliament. We've had them in, as I say, we've had them in government meetings to represent their thoughts and feelings. We do Youth Voice in lots and lots of ways, and we always want young people to be speaking for themselves where possible. So a core part of what we do with our work, our educational work, is through the research you'll see here. This is the Journey to Employment framework, the JET framework. And what the research shows us is that these are the 7 most important factors to build your career. And we've got employment in the middle. And what we mean by career is that it's a sustainable one, and it's a good quality one. It's a career that you've chosen, that you're in control of. And these seven factors, and we use the analogy of 7 buckets, are all considerations that young people need to make to have the very best career for themselves and be in control of it and feel like they're doing the things they wanted to do. It's not a great picture there, so I'll take you through them. But personal circumstances, emotional capabilities, attitudes, employability skills, qualifications and training, expertise and involvement, and career management. Now, they're the 7 buckets, if you like, that young people need to feel and need to consider when they're building a career for themselves. And if you can take all of those into account, if you can understand they're going to have an impact on what you do, then it will have a positive impact on the opportunities you get going into your career. It's really important to understand that they will impact on your employment opportunities and the quality of your career that you get. So each bucket will need attention, but also each one of them will constantly change. They'll interact with each other, and they really can never be filled fully. You can never stop filling them. They're always going to change. They're always adapting. Now that's a great mindset for young people to have, because if they understand that it's an ongoing job, it's a constant job of change, then it can make it much easier to cope with. So I'll give you an example that we use with schools and colleges when we deliver workshops. So a young person might have their qualifications, they might be coming up to exam season, and they might be really committed to getting the results they want. So they're going to revise, they're going to stay in at night, they're going to not go out at the weekends, they're going to focus on getting those exam results, and that's a period of their life they're really going to be focused on that qualification bucket. That's their number one. But what they might find at that time, that they're starting to feel a little tired, they're feeling run down, they're feeling lonely, they're missing their friends, they're feeling under pressure, because exams can be pressurised, we know that. So while they fill the qualifications bucket, they might feel like the emotional capabilities bucket is dropping and needs attention afterwards. But once those exams are done and they've given it their best shot, the pressure can lift, they can feel a little lighter about it, and they can go and see their friends, they can plan to go out, they can celebrate, and suddenly that emotional capabilities bucket can start getting filled up again. And it's just a way to consider, how am I feeling, what am I focused on, do I need to change my attention? And that can be a really powerful tool for young people, just to self-manage and just to evaluate and reflect where they are. And our courses will give them the opportunity to reflect on where they are, reflect on where they want to be, and reflect on the skills and develop the skills that they need to get there as well. So this moves us nicely onto the Young Professional Programme. So these are modular courses, and these are, they work through the modules here, and what they'll do is they'll start by looking at where they are now. They'll establish their strengths, their weaknesses, they'll look at their opportunities and threats. They'll decide what they feel confident about, what they feel like they've got a hold of, and perhaps where they need to develop more. They'll get a chance to reflect on those things. They'll get a chance to analyse where they are. Then they'll work to your goals and future plans. So they'll then work to set some goals for the future. What is it they want to do? What are they trying to target? And they'll do that. They'll then move on to sort of skills development modules. So your education and training is focused on exactly that. Your skills for life and work. They'll look at the core skills, and we've researched this, done lots and lots of work with hundreds of employers, and they will look at kind of 5 core skills: teamwork, communication, problem solving, self-management, and self-belief. And they'll get an opportunity to develop those skills within a series of interactive tasks, all online, all completely free. Once they've looked at skill development, they'll then move on to the final modules, which are taking charge of your career and the world of work. So this is where they start getting the opportunity to understand what to expect from the world of work. So there's videos for them to watch, there's examples of things like what you can reasonably expect a good manager to do for you, or a good manager to be like in a workplace, what you can reasonably expect to not do for a manager. They'll get chances like that. They'll look at work experience. We've got modules there, and they'll again do lots of interactive tasks to sort of understand the different sectors they might go into, the different opportunities they might get. So what you see there is kind of an arc where they're looking at where they are now, what they want to do. They'll develop those skills, and then they'll try and put them into practice, and they'll start really thinking about the world of work. And that will include things like building a CV, writing a cover letter, and interview techniques. So here's just an example of what the page looks like. Young people are enrolled in the modules, they click straight into it, and they'll get a percentage complete mark as they go. So they'll be able to work through these at their own pace. There's no restriction on it, no time limits on it. They can log in there, do everything on there. And as I say, we've got schools that run it as group classes and do it all together. We've also got young people who can log in directly to the website. We've just added 2 new courses, which today, of course, is the best time to talk about them. We've got 2 apprenticeship courses now. We've got in apprenticeships and explore apprenticeships. So the in apprenticeships is for what we would say for someone who's decided they want to do an apprenticeship, they're very sure that's the route they want to take, or someone who has actually gained an apprenticeship place and wants to develop their skills alongside it. So this is a deep dive. This is 6 sessions, 6 modules, and it's all about what an apprenticeship would be like, the skills you can expect to develop, the balance between study and work at the same time. It can catch people out. I'm sure you've heard in the news that the dropout rates for apprenticeships is very high still, almost 50%, and some put it higher than that. So what this gives is, it gives young people a chance to understand what they're letting themselves in for and to develop their skills alongside their apprenticeship place. The Explore Apprenticeships course is a shorter course. We say it takes about an hour to 2 to complete, and it's kind of a shorter dive into apprenticeships. It's a chance to, if someone's looking at their options, they're perhaps not sure what they want to do, you can have a good look at an apprenticeship, you can understand a lot more, but it's not quite as deep as the one for someone who's kind of committed to one or really thinks that's what they want to do. So if you wanted to register for the Young Professional, you can do so on our website. It's youthemployment.org.uk. It's a very simple process. We have a registration button, a yellow button in the corner. If you're a young person, you would click Youth Membership, and you click on that. If you're a school teacher or a youth organisation worker or a parent, there's different buttons for you. So you can log on to those, fill in the registration form, and you're away. On the website, you can complete a CV, you can do any of the courses, and there's as I say, there's direct button links to jobs and opportunities, traineeships, skill development with a range of employers, hundreds of employers in fact. Really easy, and everything is free and will always be free for young people. So it's a no loss really. You can go and explore. It's worth me mentioning as well, we're completely independent. We just offer independent advice, and we offer advice on everything from university, apprenticeships, traineeships, going straight into work, and everything else you might think of is there. And we've got lots of content written by young people who've been in that position. So they give kind of a first eye view of what it's like, what it was like for them, and it's constantly updated. So the website is kind of a one-stop shop for all of your options, just having a look in a safe place what you might be able to do. And the website also has a number of other links to our partners and people that we think are generally brilliant, and we want to help you to be able to get access to them. So we've got our careers hubs, we've got young professionals, we've got workbooks, but we've also got links to the Prince's Trust, the National Career Service, and we've got mental health and wellbeing direct links as well. So you can get to those if you're having troubles or if you're struggling. Like so many young people are at the minute. We've got links on there so you really can kind of use it as a place to look after yourself. We've also got links to some of the biggest youth services in the country as well, so again you can access those immediately. So that nearly brings me to a close, but I wanted to mention our amazing, brilliant ambassador program, the Youth Ambassador program. We have a program which I'm really proud of. We have a group of young people who volunteer, and they can volunteer for a range of different activities that will help them develop the skills to take into their future. We have got lots of opportunities, so I'll give you an example of just a few. So at the minute, we're working with the BBC. We're going to be involved, some of our young people are going to be involved in a Radio 4 show where there's going to be intergenerational conversations taking place between younger people and older people who've gone through similar situations but in different generations. So it might be someone who's gone through a recession and then someone who's young now struggling with the cost of living crisis. So the BBC are commissioned 4-episode series, and they asked us to provide some young people, and we've got young people who are going to be involved in those conversations, and they're going to be able to get on Radio 4, which they're all really excited about. And we've got lots of other opportunities. As I say, we've taken young people to Parliament. This week, in fact today, I've left a colleague of mine to do a Department for Education meeting where they're going to meet a group of disadvantaged young people and get the opportunity to give their experiences of working with government services. So lots and lots of opportunities. We've also got opportunities to write content for the website, create blogs, and just meet other young people, like-minded people. We're really proud of the programme, and the Ambassador programme is on the website as well. And it would be brilliant if you wanted to join. I run it, and it's a really easy way to join. You just fill in an application form, and you're in the group. We'll get you started. I'll go back. I've got one last thing I want to do. I'm going to take the chance. My little girl Florence is on work experience day, so I want to bring her up and embarrass her. She's been brilliant today, so I said I'd bring her up. She's had a fantastic day, and she's been running our beer pong. So I promised I'd embarrass her and bring her up. So there you go, I got you up. Look, thanks for listening to me. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And that's me done. Thank you. Bye.